Okay. All right. We'll call the meeting to order. Any new members here that haven't been here before?
I haven't been here before.
Okay, welcome. You are welcome every time.
I haven't been here before, but I'm not a representative. I just live at Fairway Village.
Okay.
That's good.
Still like to say hello.
Yeah.
There's 3 of you from Fairway Village, and there are 4. Yeah, 3. So
You can tell everybody that you're
we got a lot of
welcome
you.
to come to the meetings
Everyone is.
at all. So it's not just for representatives or HOA presidents or anything like that, so. Do we have a certification?
yes, we do.
We do. We got 16, okay. We got 16 out of our, I don't know how many we're up to now.
I'd say 20. I don't know.
What about all the ones on the other side?
That's what I just take Williamson as one. And I don't see anybody here from his group today. Are you a rep?
I'm not.
Okay, come sit down and enjoy the meeting anyway.
Get comfortable.
It's nice and cool in here.
The reason we ask for reps is that's the ones that vote for your HOA. That's why, and I need to have a sign and so we legally have a quorum to vote on, if we have to vote on it.
Okay, the write-up on the last meeting is here. And we need a approval of the previous minutes. Okay. All in favor? Aye. No? Aye. Okay, you don't. Because you're only 1 against 26. Okay, Bob?
Good morning, everybody. Financially, we're in good shape. Payments are coming in. We're building up a buffer again, thank goodness. Only thing that's looking at running a little over budget on us is camera maintenance a little bit, and office supplies. Other than that, we're holding the line, and everything looks good with the financials unless anyone has any questions.
I have a question, Bob. Are they looking for volunteers to cut the grass?
You cut mine. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
That's Ursula.
Ursula's the one that's in charge of the people cutting the
Okay.
grass here.
My next question is, if we have volunteers cutting the grass, then why do we have such a large amount in the budget for cutting the grass?
Because you can't cut the grass without gas, oil, belts when they get broken.
Well, the budget's about $116,000 and we pay like 70 something for security. And
That
all the
money's not all going to
HOAs
cutting.
collect their
The only
own.
budget is $1,000 for grass.
I don't believe that's true.
Bob, what is the budget for?
It's
for-
Well, let's get some clarification. For the fairway mowing, it's $1,000. We pay a landscape contractor $600 a month to cut up by the entrance.
Okay, I'm just confused
This is
why.
the budget.
Why there's individual HOAs within Island Green, and each HOA maintains their own budget. General counsel was just to maintain our security because it's a group thing. And now we're cutting the lawn for where the builder's gonna be building. And I'm confused why this community is paying to cut the lawn for the builder.
Well, for years, we had volunteers who, volunteered their time to cut the entrance, to take care, Carol took care of a lot of that up there. The volunteers just got older, and, if we don't pay someone to cut the entrance, it's not gonna get cut. It's a good grass all along the entrance, which we all drive through. And then the $1,000 for the fairway mowing is honestly just a safety thing to keep keep the grass down so that you don't have wildlife growing out of control.
Well, you said $1,000, but it says entrance contract lawn care is $7,200.
Yeah, I said that was $600 a month is what we pay as the landscape contractor.
And then you have also entrance, landscape projects, $375.
Can I just interrupt for a second and say, some months ago, and I do not remember exactly when it was, we asked this group if they would support us enlarging our scope of what this organization was originally set up for, which was security, to cover things like the street lights along Sunnehanna, the mowing of the front entrance, the supporting Ursula's group with gas and oil and belts and whatever, and this group voted to support changing ourselves from just security to becoming an overall community service organization that all of us would support to maintain that front entrance, to keep the street lit on Sunnehanna for safety purposes, and to, again, for safety purposes, keep the fairways mowed back from the buildings to keep the wildlife down and back. That's what this budget is all about.
Can I respond to that?
Yes, ma'am.
The safety lights, I don't know about anybody else in this room, but I've driven down roads throughout this county that are not lit up, and my car headlights lead the way for me. As far as the lights go, I know it's in our individual budgets. The separate HOAs, they pay for their own lights.
Some of them
They
do,
pay for
but
their
they
own
don't.
street lights.
But they don't pay for the lights that the lights down Sunnehanna. Nobody was
There's
paying for those.
two lights and 4 on the guard shack.
Well, each first house is only paying $1.71 for those lights.
Yeah, but you say you only pay $1.71, but when you add this up, if you pay attention to the budget, it's $119,000. We don't own any of this property that they're maintaining. The builder owns it, so you're paying to maintain the builder's property. And
Well, the builder doesn't own it. That was the builder would actually be the owner.
well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Williams owns it. We don't own it. You don't own it. Nobody in this room owns it.
But we
No,
live here,
no
so
resident.
The lights help keep safety as well.
You have
Why don't you
2
go on with the
streetlights.
budget for
That's
the, and
it.
we can discuss
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
later.
We've already, this budget has been approved by this organization. The people in this room who represent the HOAs have agreed to do what we do.
To take money from the residents
Yes,
to
ma'am.
maintain the builder's property and Williamson's
It comes
property.
out of the
That's what you're telling me.
$8.25
Yeah.
per
$8.
unit. Is it $8?
Yeah.
You like to
Eight-
talk about small numbers, but when you look at the budget, $119,000 when we only pay, what
That
was
was in
it,
2022. We're in
75 for
23 now.
security. 75 for
That
security,
was
that's
last
all
year's
this
budget.
council is for, is to cover security for this neighborhood. Each HOA cares for their own property otherwise. So there's a big difference between, $119,000 and $75,000.
She's looking at the 2022 number because the budget for 2023 is 112,000. She's looking at the wrong column.
Okay, 112,000 and the difference of 75,000 and 112,000. We should be paying for security, period. That's what this board was formed for. We should not be paying
It's
to
what the
maintain.
board was formed for, but did you not hear me just say, this group as a whole voted to expand our coverage? And that is what
This group as a whole,
As a whole.
but I think the homeowners that are actually paying to cut a builder's and Williamson's property would disagree
But that
with
would go
paying
with,
money.
you
This
have to go
is
to your
the
president
homeowners.
of your HOA then. Because they voted to support this, so speak with your president of your HOA.
That is my president.
And I completely support that for the expense that we maintain common areas that are not being maintained.
That are not ours.
If you break down the cost of the street lights, it's costing everyone here $1.71 per year. That's what, and if you want to talk about the mowing on the front, $6.15 a year. That's 50 cents a piece.
It all
For every
adds
person
up.
here, I mean, to make sure that you're not driving into a neighborhood that has an overgrown entrance that looks like garbage. We already have a road that looks like garbage.
We own very, very little. The entrance, they mowed down the trees. We actually don't even have any grass where they were. So you're talking about maintaining fairways, actually.
The reason
where
we
they're
don't have any
cutting.
grass is because we mow it.
You don't have any grass because it's not
Well,
there.
then we would have weeds.
Yes.
Do you cut the fairways? Do you cut the
I
fairways?
live on Sunnehanna.
Okay. Do you cut the fairways with this money?
Can we,
She was getting Fairway Lake 3 and she owns in Green Springs patio homes.
So you're paying,
Number 9.
I know, she doesn't care.
Excuse
She
me,
hates
but we
us.
do have business to conduct in this room, and if you're not actually representing an HOA as a rep, an appointed rep, we're going to move on with the treasurer's
no,
report.
I'm trying to stick up for the homeowner.
No, you're not. You're
Yes,
trying to create
I am.
problems.
Ma'am,
No, I'm not.
we have a group of homeowners here representing the HOAs, and this was approved. What more can we tell you?
I'll just talk to the actual homeowners.
Okay.
Very quick question. This was approved, is that a commitment
For a year.
for a year or a commitment for 5 years or a commitment forever?
However long we can keep it going.
No, but I meant as,
Until the road is done, which is supposedly sometime in the near
so
future.
whatever commitment was made this year does not necessarily have to be the same commitment.
No.
No,
that
it
was
does
made
not.
Next
It
year.
does not. That's what you all do. You tell us that you're going to continue to support our activities, and until you won't support us anymore, then we'll continue to try and keep the front entrance maintained and the lights
that's why we
lit down
vote on the budget
Sunnehanna.
every beginning.
And do the
towards the end
things
of
that
every year.
Okay. So the commitment that was made is basically for 1 year, so it,
Yes.
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 And when she says support them, she doesn't mean to pay them. They're all volunteers as well.
Yeah.
I know, I've lived here for 20 years.
I just wanted to make
No,
that
Nancy
clear.
knows all of
Yeah.
that. You've got a gentleman back there and then a lady.
This lady here, she had her hand up first.
I just want to say I live at Fairway Village. I'm not a representative, but I've lived there for 18 years. And the golf courses were kept and it was very nice. But when it happened that they sold, the grass grew up so bad. I literally have deer coming to my back door. I've had snakes in my back door. So because this gentleman back here does the maintenance, that not just maintenance, but landscaping, and he keeps it cut pretty far back, I don't have that as much. They do come up to the trees, but they don't come to my back door anymore.
I can give you a chemical thing that you can make to spray on your plants to keep them from eating them.
Oh, okay.
Rick?
Yeah, just, ma'am, I just wanted to say that maybe how we got here might have add a little clarity with, are you familiar with Myrtle Beach Golf and Yacht, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a situation over there where they were in front of the problem that we now have. And how we ended up here is, you're right, that, the builder, or not actually the builder, it was originally the golf course, the amenity center was responsible for all these things. That never got done. So when all that fell apart, it was left to us to try to handle it as a community. The way that they're structured over there is they actually, because I know I used to own property over there, they have a fee for their HOA, which is the group that they have, and then you have what this committee is trying to do, which is form a committee that can address all the other things that the community has to take care of. They were in front of it, you actually write 2 checks. They have one for the HOA, mine happened to be Jasmine Building at the time. And then I cut another check, and I hate to use by a general counsel. And they were responsible for taking care of security, landscaping of common areas, common area electric, etc. So we kind of got forced into it. It's an unfortunate situation. Yeah. Nobody wants to dig into their pocket, but that's why we're where we're at.
Did you also have volunteers cutting the grass and then collecting money for an entity to cut it?
Over at Myrtle Beach Golf and Yacht, because they were set up, you know, in a different way. They are employed, they're people that are hired, subcontractors that do all that work. And then what this council is trying to do here, they have a council over there that does that. So they were in front of it. They never had the problem. We fell into this. Right. So now it's like if we don't clean up the ditches, take care of the common areas.
I know as a homeowner, I clean my own ditch, and every other homeowner that lives around me, they clean their own ditch. So
you're more responsible than most. But I just want to give an explanation of why we're at where we're at. So we're trying to unring an unfortunate bell. We're stuck in a bad spot. And we're just trying to resolve it.
Except for I did attend the meeting with the county, and the county told Williamson that he has to fix the road. If the residents or general council takes that road from him, he is no longer responsible.
There are a lot of moving parts in this, which are going on, which we can't explain in this one meeting. But I just wanted to give a reason why we're here to help you understand a little more.
Right, Bob, continue.
I mean, that's it for the financials there. Once again, what we're trying to do is be grown-ups in the room. I mean, it is common to have a community service association. In fact, if this was a new development right now, Horry County would require that. Island Green South is set up in a very similar way. They have condos and they have, you know, houses, and you share the pools and the mailboxes and the roads. They pay to a community service association that takes care of the things that the condos share, and then the condos and the houses have their own. I mean, we're just trying to take care of the areas that aren't being taken care of. The general council and the community service association is not looking to take on additional responsibilities. We're not looking to pay for the streetlights in Fairway Village. We're not looking to take over road maintenance for Island Green East. It is just the abandoned area from the entrance down to the end of Sunnehanna. And, you know, once again, even if you don't live on the fairway, I mean, can you afford 85 cents a year so that your neighbor who lives on the fairway doesn't have snakes coming in their back porch? I mean, I can afford the 85 cents.
It's not 85.
It's 85 cents. Do the math, Natalie.
I did the math, and it's not. You're saying now it's $112,000.
No,
subtract $75,000.
I was saying specifically the fairway maintenance of $1,000. And if Fairwood Lakes was participating, and as the new homes are built in Island Green, we have more people participating, that shared cost goes down for all of us.
Thank you.
And I'm done with my budget unless anyone has, or whatever, unless you have questions for me.
Carol, you control the front entrance, so.
Okay, I started this. Wow. And when I started this, there was no Bob Williams, there was a Ray Watts. And it was getting like Stanford and Son. You couldn't even walk in, it was embarrassing. The trees were overmowed, and so nobody was doing anything. So I just said, I got some irrigation. In fact, I got it from Mary's husband. He did the irrigation for me. And then I went to the corner guy on the corner, John, and I asked him, I said, if I get irrigation, would you help me clean up this front entrance? And he said, you said the magic word, irrigation. So he helped me start this. It was my own idea. And then I went into individuals to get money. In fact, people used to run away from me.
So do. And you can't run that fast.
Yeah. I'll get you someday. Anyway, so I started this, and it was like 100%, mostly 100%, that people wanted to do it because they were tired of it was horrible. So that's how I did it. And then when I got the money, and then people came out on their own and took the trees down, took the bushes down, and painted the fence, and gave stuff. And it was really, then it started looking like you could walk, you know, come into Island Green without being embarrassed.
Well,
So
thank
I
you for
started the
doing
whole
that.
thing. And believe me, it cost me more money by starting this whole thing, I'm sorry, you know.
Jimmy is sorry.
So anyway, so that's what happened, and somebody had asked me, Ray Watts, it had nothing to do with Bill Williams, somebody had asked me one time, did Ray Watts ever say thank you? And I said, why would Ray Watts say thank you to me? I didn't do it for Ray Watts. I did it for me and the community, so I can come in and look at a nice place. If I did it for him, then shame on me. Shame on me for doing something for a builder. So the only reason I started this thing, and then after that project was, then the fairways, and it was one more week before the fairways would, you have to get one of those bulldozers or whatever. And then I got Ursula involved. And then we started mowing the fairway, and I got the volunteers more money. They ran faster away from me. Then we got more money coming in for the you know, to get the fairways done.
Yeah.
But you live here.
So
know?
this has
and
been
I don't
all
live in a fairway.
volunteer work by you and
Right.
I'm sorry, Ursula.
But we got to the
coming
point
along.
where the volunteers were getting too old, and the gentleman at the front entrance there,
His wife passed away.
He said,
He
said,
he gave it back.
Can't do it anymore.
He gave it back to me, and I said, oh my God, I had a fake rose that I killed. I said, oh my God, I can't do this.
But John was out there the other morning trimming all the rose bushes for us because
So
he
I
said they have
can't do it
to be
anymore. You
trimmed
get older,
so they
and, you
grow
know, and
again.
it's
So,
been
he
a
can do
lot
that.
of years, a lot of
He's
years.
86
Well, that's
years old.
great. We have
So,
volunteers.
I mean, we all live here, you know, I don't live, and I didn't ask Ursula. I said, Ursula, you live on the fairway, you have to take care of the fairways now.
Yeah, I know, that worked
Isn't
out.
the fairways, isn't that like where he's about to build, from what I understand?
I have no idea, but
he's gonna have-
I didn't start this project with for me and for the people and everybody. I mean, it was like, it's all done now, and everybody must have agreed.
I appreciate
You know,
it.
this is nice, this is new, and I think it's nice that you're doing this. Everybody's coming together as one, instead of, you know, well, I live in the east, and I don't have to go around the road, so why do I have to pay for, you know, we're a community.
Yeah, and all volunteers are taking care of it.
Not now anymore. You get old, and it gets old, and you know, I'm tired of putting my money out. So this is nice. I'm glad.
Thank you.
This is nice. Instead of me going buy
Well,
flowers, I've got, you know.
You're kinder than me. I really don't like to, a builder and Williamson, I don't have anything for them to go
This,
cut
I didn't
their
start this
lawn.
with
We don't
I didn't even
like
know
it
his
either,
name.
but we do like living here, and we would like to keep it as nice as we
Yeah,
possibly
well,
can.
maybe if we'd stop cutting that, then Habitat.
We
would
stopped
stop
cutting it last
coming
year
in
and
our
he
front
didn't
yard.
do the maintenance, he didn't pay for it, and the street lights went off. So we already tried that. He doesn't live here, he doesn't care. He's not gonna pay for it. So if you wanna look at a shitty entrance to go with the shitty road and not have
I don't
lights.
think I would be looking at a shitty entrance.
Okay.
First of all. Second,
We
because there's a lot of volunteers.
We were looking at it.
I do understand.
I know. I mean, that's like.
Let's go. Move.
That's enough.
Ursula, do you need volunteers still?
Do you have?
I've got two new guys that offered to help. I'm in the process of training them.
She is, I can see her doing it. Great.
Well, maybe we can get a third, can you mow the lawn? Maybe can I?
Not why somebody's taking money from the
No,
residents
that's
for it
right.
on.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
That was a little humor. That was a little humor.
I have copies right here of the month's security reports, and any HOA wants to come up and look at them to see what went on or see how nice they are, these guys. I mean, they told me the other day they had to stop their car because there was an alligator crossing the road. So he stopped his car, then he did some more, and he came back, and then it was in Fairway. I don't know if it was Lakes or Village. So again, he had to stop the car because it was going across the parking lot. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. So, but they have been very good. They keep in contact with us. I get a report every day. Mary gets phone calls. You know, Ursula, did you talk to them about your problem?
No, I had some.
What's that? She doesn't close her garage door, so she said at night she'd like them to let her know. Okay.
It's open at 1 o'clock in the morning, I wanna know, because I'm in bed.
This is the monthly report. You get it, you.
I'll text Mark and let him know what's going on.
If I think I'm going back out again, I don't shut it like at 7 o'clock, and then I forget, because I'm getting old.
I guess your neighbors told
I'll text Mark or Ursula and let him know. What's your street address?
What's your street address?
319? 319.
We have a gentleman over there that's got a question.
Just a question. Can you tell us approximately how many reports we're getting back from these guys and the relative severity of them?
When you want to come up here and you can look at one day's report. This is 1 month.
Or
Oh, wow, that's a whole month.
I thought it was a piece of paper. Yeah, you wanna come and get
That's
this.
a lot.
The security report is online.
Okay.
You know, I finish it the 30th, the 31st, and then it depends on how quick I get it typed up and our guy gets it online for us. So it's up there every month, that and the notes.
The meeting minutes and the security report are posted every month on our website.
But anybody is welcome to come up and look at these, because I just do it very brief on the thing. You know, but this is detailed.
They go into real detail.
When they start at 7 o'clock till he's done at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ursula, did you want to say anything more?
Well, just that, you know, we had to take the mower out of the shed over at Fairwood Lakes. Kiki was going to lock us out of it, or lock us in, whatever. It was gonna lock it. Change the lock.
So anyone that has a garage available?
Or anything that would help.
Took the mower out.
That we could keep the mower in?
Parked outside right now. I've got it covered with a tarp, which doesn't protect it, you know, as far as anything.
Just don't tell us where it is, because then nobody will know. I mean, our little children will not know where it is.
Okay.
Keep it a secret.
They'll find it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they've been good lately.
Knock on wood.
So, yeah.
Maybe they move.
Okay,
Maybe they're in juvie.
We've gone through all the committee reports, the board members. Is there any new business that anybody wants to bring up?
Oh, I have a question. I contacted Bob Williamson about the couch that's up in the T-box or the hole number 9, and he said he would get somebody to remove it.
Well, it was in the road, so the guard had to move it.
Well, I think it sat there, and then the kids move it out. And,
Yeah, I know, it's.
But he said he would take care of it.
He was here the other day. He came in his car, his white Porsche.
I have a question. I think that might be answered already, but just want to be careful. If we have like a visitor, they don't need a house.
No.
Okay.
No, we're no longer a gated community. We have nothing up there to stop anybody from coming in.
Ursula, did you?
Yeah, who circled all the potholes? Was that just a homeowner again, or is
Yes.
I think so.
D.R. Horton going to?
No, it's
Just a homeowner market so that we can.
one of the homeowners, and she has all different colors.
Last time I did the potholes with neon orange, somebody told me it was graffiti. So no, literally, they said that I could get arrested because I'm creating graffiti.
That's ridiculous.
So you
That
did
was
it
last year.
Oh, so you
when
did
I
it.
did the neon orange. And I was gonna do it again this year, and I thought, no, I don't wanna get arrested. So I'm glad that somebody else took that challenge.
I believe in the OSHA safety standard, that's completely legal
Okay.
to do
All right,
that.
I'll be glad to go get.
I'm pretty sure.
Because at night, you can't see that
No.
because it's neon.
That's one of the reasons why we need lights at night too.
Yeah.
One of the HOA presidents went over to D.R. Horton, her husband, to find out when they would be doing anything, and they said, oh, that's not our responsibility. That's the HOA, Mr. Williamson's HOA's.
And Williamson says point blank that it's D.R. Horton in his agreement. I am not sticking up for him, but the conversation that we had with him, he said it's D.R. Horton is his agreement with everything is they're supposed to do it. So They're the ones that are supposed to fix the potholes. I mean, common sense would say if you're trying to sell a bunch of $300,000 houses, if I own D.R. Horton, I would be spending money on that road. The fact that they're not is amazing. I am not sticking up for Williamson, but he said, go to D.R. Horton. And maybe if everyone goes to the sales center every day and complains about the potholes, maybe they'll get sick of seeing people come in.
Where is it right?
Well, nothing's in writing.
Bob?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please give an update.
Oh, absolutely, please. Thank you, Dan. I didn't see you.
I'm Dan Sunnehanna, 20-year resident. I reached out on behalf of the community to D.R. Horton. Mr. Stalvey is their regional manager, and he tells me and he assures me that they would not only just patch the potholes this time, but they're looking at bringing in 20 tons of asphalt and doing a major resurfacing operation. This was a week and a half ago. I talked to him a few days ago, and the time frame, he assures me that it'll be done in May. So if it's not done by the end of May and it's not scheduled, I guess we'll go back, Bob, Bear and I'll go back to patching the potholes on our own. But until then, if we can just sort of drive around them and dodge them the best we can, we appreciate everybody's patience. But again, Mr. Stalvey, who knows Bob, by the way, has assured me that that resurfacing operation would happen. I understand everyone's skepticism.
20 tons to do old Sunnehanna? Take 20 tons just to fill a hot pothole.
20 tons is an awesome operation, and I'd be personally grateful if they would, do this. But you have to understand that it's a temporary measure. There's no base under the road whatsoever. So when the reclamation operation is done, it's a cement bonafide base operation. And if anybody has any questions about the planned upgrades, I have the latest plans right here, and I'll be glad to stay after the meeting and answer any and all questions.
I have a question again. Did they get approved? Did the road plans get approved?
No, they're under second review. A lot of times, it's been my experience that it takes 3 reviews for Horry County to be happy with a project, and there was some pushback from the engineer that may or may not be accepted by Horry County. Yes, sir.
Who is the responsible party for doing the final road design and completion? Is that the
Venture Engineering is the company that was hired by Mr. Williamson to do this, and that's what all these plans are for the upgrades, for the road widenings, for the 5-foot concrete sidewalk.
So is it Bob Williamson's responsibility to do the road? That's the question I'm asking, actually. Is he responsible?
His responsibility to do the road?
Right, pay for having the road redone. Who's responsible?
Well, that's a question for the attorneys, and as you can recall, about 5 years ago, we were in this building talking about HOAs chipping in, and none of the HOAs were interested in
all but 2 were.
In chipping in for the upgrades. But once the upgrades are done, the plans are for the right-of-way to be given to the community organization.
It's extremely dangerous. I completely agree.
I don't want
If they do, who do we sue?
I don't want to hijack the meeting, so I'll stay afterwards and answer anyone's questions.
Okay. Just so everyone knows, Alice videos our meetings and puts them online for us to go on and see. If you need the website, I have it down here for you.
Okay. Are we?
I think we're good.
Good to go?
Do you have any updates
We got
on Fairwood Lakes?
Our lawsuit, by Monday, we should have answers from our attorney. He's trying to sue the new board now for just fines for harassment, for not letting someone in your house, and it's getting so crazy, it's unbelievable. And I'm sorry about the tractor. I really feel bad, but I'd take it in my house if I could, but.
I'll bring it over to
And maybe I wouldn't have to clean, that's a good idea. Cut the back porch. The back porch, there you go. But other than that, we're hoping by the end of next week we'll have answers and this will be done. God willing.
I know. Thanks for all your work, and I mean, you've got volunteers in your organization that are putting out money to hire an attorney to get rid of someone who was never elected, who was appointed and won't leave.
It's just getting ugly. To be fined for stuff, for I mean, it's crazy.
What are you getting fined for?
Oh, they're just saying we're harassment, we didn't let somebody in your house. It's really crazy. I mean, they're just coming up with stuff out of the blue, whatever, so.
Just be glad you kept that out of Fairway.
I might be standing on the street, I need $100 for my fine.
And he keeps trying to get elected to boards of other HOAs.
Yeah.
HOAs, and he was.
I guess it got turned down from Fairway Village, I heard.
Right?
What?
He was defeated in Fairway Village.
We were willing to give him up with it.
That's okay, we took care of it.
We apologize.
We did majority roll.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the board up here, based on
I'll be away.
the summer coming in, we're gonna cancel June's meeting.
This building wouldn't be available to us anyway, but Pastor Tommy said that they'll be doing some renovations.
And I'll be
so,
away.
You know, and she'll be gone, and we won't have her proxies, and there probably won't be enough for a quorum, so.
And we typically don't have a meeting in July or August anyway,
So.
And anything that comes up will be put on by Bob or I onto the website. Any information.
So can we say see you in September?
See you in September.
September 8th to be technical.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'm glad you're
Okay.